Hello everybody, welcome back to the farm. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. I'm just heading over to the shop right now to pick up two of our newest purchases, and they're going to help us do what we need to do in today's episode, which is going to be a little bit different than what we've done previously. So I've gone ahead and prepped the fields already, and as you can see, here's our two newest purchases right here. So as I was saying, I prepped the field already. Let's get out and take a look at this. Now on Mega Field, I've gone ahead and planted wheat. And the wheat we're going to be using for chickens in a future episode, which I plan to get into. So we're going to be keeping the wheat. And we're going to be baling all of the straw that comes out of the back of that. But then on our other field, I went ahead and I planted grass. So the grass we're going to be turning into silage. Now, we already have a bale wrapper over here, which we picked up, I want to say 2 episodes ago, maybe, or last episode. We've also got a baler back at the farm, so we're ready to go with that. So we just need to get these guys back to the farm. Now, I also, I decided I'm going to start driving from inside the cab of the tractor a little bit more, just to, immerse myself in the game. There's so much detail that you miss by constantly being in third person, and I figured, you know what, let me just get into it and start having fun that way. There's also a lot on the map that you just don't see because you kind of zip by it. You spend a lot of time and don't really pay attention. So this is one of my goals, is to immerse myself a little bit more in the world of Farming Simulator, really get into being a farmer. You know what, let's put that guy up like that so it's a little bit safer for us to drive here. Anybody coming? Nope, nobody's coming. We got traffic off, which I guess isn't that immersive, but that I am not turning back on. Nothing will get me to turn. Oh, look at that. Look at the fog on the river. Or is that just their... No, that's definitely fog. Oh, that's so cool. There's so many little things like that that you just kind of breeze by unless you actually take the time and look. You know what I mean? All right, pulling back up to the farm here. I've got one of our buddies over there helping us out with this field. He's just going through and doing a little bit of fertilizing for us, so that way we could do some other things while he's busy with that. And let's just hop out here real quick. Let me park this guy. Engine off. Let's hop out and I'll show you the field state right now. So we've got wheat growing here, 100% fertilized, 90% yield bonus. I'm not too sure how to get 100% yield bonus. I actually went through and I did a lot to this field. I went through, I rolled it, I plowed it, I fertilized it, planted it. So I don't know what I got to do to get that extra 10%, to be honest. I'll have to look into that, but for now, obviously 90 is going to be pretty good. All right, so our buddy just finished with Mega Field over here, and he's moving on to our grass field. And let's just go over and take a look here, just so you can see what we're talking about. We have grass growing, 67% yield bonus right now, 50% fertilized. He's going to take care of the fertilization for us. Should be 100 here, yep. And same deal with this one. I can get it to 90. Still not sure how to get things to 100, but that's okay. 90% is pretty good. I'm happy with that. So this is going to be the field that we're going to mow and turn into silage. And the other field, we're just going to keep our wheat. And once he's done, it's just going to be a little bit of a waiting game. I'm not too sure how long it takes grass to grow to the point where it's ready to be mowed and turned into silage. So that's going to be a bit of trial and error there. Not really trial and error, I guess. We're just going to sleep until it says ready to grow. So yeah, that's basically what we're looking at here. So I'm going to let our buddy over there finish his job, and in the meantime, we're just going to go and work on some projects that we got over here. But I'll see you back when we're ready to start our mowing and our harvesting over here. Well, look what's on sale right now. Oh man. How can I really pass this up? Let's see. Let's get a day cab on there. Tandem long. I don't think we need it. Stick with the short. Sun shield. Now for $1,000. Horn. Lights, let's see. You know, we'll go with the lights. I'll pay an extra 700 for that. I'm fine with it. Everything else, looking good. We're picking this up for really cheap. 19,258. That's our first semi. That's going to let us haul things a lot easier. Oh, well, good morning. We had a good night's sleep, hibernated through the winter, and check this out. Our wheat is ready to harvest, so let's get our harvester started on that field, and then our grass is also ready to go too on the other field, so we can get a couple things going right now. The grass was actually ready quite a bit earlier than the wheat, but just for like efficiency's sake and being able to do everything at the same time, I figured let me wait until the wheat's ready, and then we're just going to get everything going at the same time just to make it easier for everything. Now let's enable straw swath. Okay, straw is good to go, and let's get our buddy going on this. All right, he should go in there and start to make short work of this wheat, hopefully. Looking good so far. I've noticed that the AI workers, they don't seem to damage the crops either, which is nice. And let's just make sure we got our wheat, our straw going. Perfect. Now I did also pre-stage some of the stuff we're going to need over here. And yep, all right, let's start our engine on this guy. And I'm thinking that for the first pass on this grass, I'm actually going to go and do it manually and just go around the edges and do the headlands before we have anybody else do it. So this way we kind of put in some work ourselves and we're not just making everybody do the work for us. All right, let's get this going. And we're just going to follow a nice... Oh, wait a second. Did we... Problem. Hang on. Why isn't our front guy mowing? Do we need to turn both on independently? So let's lower. Yes, we do. Okay, let's back it up. And now we should be good to go. All right. Yeah, there we go. Now we're mowing. All right, so yeah, I'm going to go around. And I'm just going to do the headlands. Get those started. And I always find that doing the headlands myself always seems to make it a little bit easier for the AI to work properly, because on these corners over here it just doesn't do a great job. Yeah, I mean it just doesn't. It's just a fact, right? So I always do the... Whoa, hang on, hold please. We cannot have that. Can't be missing grass like this. That's money. Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna take care of these headlands, and then I'm gonna hand it off to one of our AI workers, and they'll take care of the rest for us. And then we can get to baling and wrapping our bales and all that fun stuff too. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work here. Well, everything seems to be going well on that field, but for some reason on this field, when I went to hire an AI worker to finish up this mowing, it just basically refused. It says there's no field here, so I don't know why that would be. Yeah, I don't know. It's very perplexing. I can't quite figure out what's going on with it, but in either case, I mean, I'm going to finish up this field by myself. I'm already a pretty good part of the way done here, so it's not too big of a deal. I mean, mowing does go fast. You can go pretty quick while you do it, 12 miles per hour, pretty decent width, so it's not the end of the world, but I don't know why it's refusing to do that. And I'll even show you real quick what it's doing. So switch it to AI worker. You can see it recognizes the field on here, but when I go to do it, see, it just says no field found. So I don't know what's going on with that. Tad bit annoying if I'm being honest. So hopefully when I do the windrowing on this field, it starts to recognize it then. It doesn't give me a hassle there, because that would, I don't know, that would be very disappointing. All right, our mowing is all done, so it's time to get the windrower going. I just have to put away our mowing equipment here, which in fact, we're just going to drop it here. And we'll worry about organizing later after the day's work is done. Get this guy here. Now, there's our windrower. It's got to go on the front. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is potentially the weight. So, I'm going to attach it. But then I'm also going to grab our weight for the back of our tractor here, just so there's no issues. Get a little closer. There we go. And it feels a little bit bouncy. Yeah, definitely a little bit bouncy with this thing on the front. So we're going to grab our weight, which should be right over here. There it is. And don't hit it. Don't hit it. Okay, we're good. We're good. Quick back up here. And just about there. There we go. All right, now we should be good to go. Now, the way I want to do this... Let's go back to our front. There we go. So yeah, I do want it set to outside work mode. And what that's going to do is it's going to push all of the grass into nice, neat rows. Hopefully, theoretically, right to the outside. So this is my first time using this piece of machinery. I'm really hoping that it works out well. I'm really hoping that it's not going to give us a problem here on this field like it was when we were trying to mow it. So let's go ahead and activate our AI worker and just see what he does here. Okay, he's pulling onto the field, which is a good sign. Is he gonna try and do headlands first, I'm guessing? He is. Okay. Well, that's not exactly optimal, but I'm gonna let him do his thing. I'm not gonna complain about it. He's working. Right, so that's like the number one thing I was concerned about. Let's take a look here. Yep, so you could see he's making two lines, one on the outside there, one on the inside there. Which, if we were doing this ourselves, we could change that to where it was only pushing all of the grass to the right side. And in fact, we might go ahead and do that later on, just to neaten things up a little bit. But for now, this is certainly good enough. Let's check on our other guy here. Our wheat field is going really well. You see we have our nice swaths there as well. How's our harvester doing? He's about halfway full, so things are progressing nicely. You get a lot of wheat, which is nice. And where's our new truck? Here it is. Look at this guy. This is a very nice addition to our fleet here. We're going to be able to get a nice big semi and do much bigger grain deliveries, which is going to be nice. Less trips, less time. Everything's going to be very efficient that way. Okay, our field is now looking very nice here. Nice straight lines. A couple lines on the outside we'll have to be mindful of when we're going to bale this, which is actually going to be quite shortly here. But first, I just want to move this guy over towards our hayfield, because that is going to be his next destination, which is still going to be a little ways away because our harvester is much slower than our mowers. Man, this is tough to see here. Very hard to drive with this implement right in your face, but let's just take a look here. So yeah, we still got a little ways to go, and it actually looks like we're ready for a pickup here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to get started baling. You know, I'm not sure if baling is something that you can have a worker do or not, but we're going to find out. It might be something that I'll have to do manually, which I'm fine with. It's just, you know, it's not that many lines, so not a big deal. If I have to do the baling and the wrapping myself, I can certainly live with that. All right, everything is going, so it's time to figure out if we can have an AI worker handle this for us. And it's looking like no, because it wants to do a go-to job, which is not what we need to do. So, but that's fine. All right, we're going to bale ourselves. And first thing we want to do is change our bales to 180 centimeters. Because I do believe, I'm going to leave you on for a second and head over here. I do believe that this guy, the biggest it can handle is 180 centimeters, and this is our bale wrapper. Doesn't say necessarily, but I'm pretty sure it can. And I'll just double check that before I start this, but yeah, we should be fine. Well, I am glad I checked, because round bales, it can only do up to 150 centimeters. So yeah, very good thing we checked there. All right, let's get to baling. I'm going to follow this line around first, and then we'll start on the inside there. But as you can see, I mean, it goes pretty quickly here. Doesn't take too long to bale. And we'll turn on automatic drop, so we're good to go. Should just shoot right out the back as it's ready. Okay, which it does, but we got to be mindful that it stops picking up grass when it does that. So that's the only thing. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to spend some time doing this, and then we're going to head over to the wrapper and throw down some sick beats. No, just kidding. We're going to start wrapping our bales here. And yeah, this is good. We're having a good day. So we are cruising along very nicely here, baling our field. We've had 8 bale drops so far, so we're getting a really, really good amount of silage out of this here. Very happy. Oh, okay. There goes another one. All right, good to go. So yeah, I mean, this is very easy work. All you got to do is drive straight up and down the line, and you're good to go. So a couple more rows to go here. We finished all the headlands, and we're just working on our straight rows here, and then we'll be done. Okay, so we're at 19 bales, and it looks like our harvester just finished his work. So I'm going to take a break from this real quick, and we're just going to swap over to him and get him out of the way, unloaded on that truck right there. Now, I'm not sure if there's going to be a ton of benefit to running the windrower here. I mean, I guess there will be, because it'll be more condensed lines. So we're going to get him started on here. I just need to empty this out first, move all of the equipment off the field so he has a nice open area to work with, and then we're going to get him started. But we're ripping through that field over there with the bales. It's going very quickly. Today's working out really well. I'm very happy with our progress. Okay, we just dropped our last bale. So in total, we got 27 bales out of this field, which I feel is pretty good. I'm definitely happy with that. The only thing that we have left to do here now is to wrap it in silage. And I have some questions about this, because I'm more of a traditional silage guy. In the past, I have always done it where you just kind of load it into a silo, cover it, and let it ferment that way. So this is going to be a first-time experience for me doing it this way. And I'm curious to see, is there a timer where it's got to ferment? How long does that take? From there, do you just, take the bales and haul them over and sell them that way? I don't know. I'm not sure. But let's hop over to our baler here. And we should be just fine to wrap these, because they are 150 centimeters. And as long as I did everything correctly, this should handle 150 centimeter bales, no problem. Now let's see. Bottom right says we have 12 bale wrap. Is that going to be 1 bale wrap per bale? Not 100% sure on that. I guess we'll see here as this goes. And I did just turn on automatic drop as well, so it should just plop it right down for us as soon as it's done. Okay, so no, it says we still have 12 bale wrap left, so it's definitely not 1 bale wrap per bale. All right, let me leave this guy on. How are we doing over here? He's doing his thing. Okay, it looks like he just finished with the headlands and he's starting with the heartlands now. I believe it's called the heartlands, right? Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong there. But, all right, he's making short work of that. So pretty soon, we'll be able to bring our baler over here. But you know what? We got a boogie on wrapping these bales because obviously we can't do two things at once. That's just not possible. There's only one of us. So I'm going to get going on this. We got a lot of bales to go here. Last bale here, and man, what timing. Our windrower just finished on the other field. So this field, once I drop this bale here, this is done. We just have to let Father Time do his thing and make that sweet, sweet silage for us. So I almost said salvage. Have I been saying salvage? I hope not. But yeah, we're going to be making that sweet, sweet silage. I really hope it's worth as much as it has been in the previous iterations of Farming Simulator. And before we go over and start baling on the other field, I just want to check here. Any progress? No progress on that one. No progress on that one. Okay. But you know what else is awesome? This field of grass here, it's going to keep producing for us. There's no need for us to go through and seed it again, do any of that. It's just going to grow and be more grass. And we can always come through and cut this and do this whole thing again and make some money that way. So yeah, very nice. And I believe you can get up to 3 cuttings per year, which is pretty awesome, I will say. But we've got some work to do on this field, so let's get started. No more messing around. Coffee break's over. Let's do this. All right, well, every field has been taken care of. Just going around right now, I'm collecting our bales. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I think we did pretty good here. We got quite a few bales, regular hay bales, silage fermenting over there. Now the next thing we need to get into though is we're gonna need a place to store all these bales. So let's pause from our collecting here and just take a look. Now, there is this base storage in the game, but unfortunately, after doing a little bit of research, I found that it is broken. So I'm not gonna go with that. What we're gonna do is go at this guy right here. And this is a mod that is available in the mod list. So you don't have to go to any websites and download anything. It's right there in the mod list. And we are going to plop this guy down. And I'm thinking over here is where we're going to do our bale storage. So let's get you right there. Perfect. All right, let's go check this bad boy out before we continue on here. Just want to get a good look. And it does say you can store bales and pallets here, so we're definitely going to be putting this thing to work. Oh, look at that, nice and big. Lots of room in here. So this is where you do your storage. This is where you do your dumping. We're going to get to test that here in a second. I'm going to keep collecting our bales, and then we'll go ahead and dump them in there as soon as we have a full load. Yeah, that's our last bale. Amazingly, we got 24 bales on this field, and that's exactly how much this truck fits. So that's pretty amazing. All right, let's go over here and see how this loading and unloading works. Okay, and in they go. Oh, well, that works pretty easily. All right, so I actually opted not to store our silage, reason being, one day, and these guys are ready to go. Yeah, the silage is fermented. We are good to go here. So I just have to load these up and then pick a place to sell. Now, if we look at the prices, silage, we're in August. Price is pretty good right here. Where would be our best bet? It's looking like the biogas plant right up here or the farmer's market. Yep, farmer's market is going to be our place. It's actually not too far away either. So we'll see how many trips we got to make. I know I have more than 24 bales on this field, so we'll probably have to make at least 2 trips, I think. Alrighty, pulling up to Sunset Farms, aka the Farmer's Market. And let's see where our dumping zone is going to be here. We want to make sure we put it in the right spot. It's probably going to be around back, if I had to guess. Or possibly right here. Could be this spot. Let me just do a quick circle around, make sure I'm not missing anything else. And this side is grain, so it's definitely the other side. I'm pretty sure I'm going to want it right on the end, like right there. And let's hit the unload. I hope this works. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah. 3 more. All right, 50K there. Not too shabby, not too shabby at all. I do also have the 3 bales at home, but I've actually revised my plan for that. I'm going to keep those in storage until our next bale harvest. So realistically, what we're looking here, we can bale 3 times a year. So 150K per year off that one field. That's pretty good. That is definitely pretty good. And that's just the one field. If we were to add in mega field 2, it would increase the profits quite a bit. So baling, yes, I'm liking baling. Now, I may try the traditional method just to see how results vary with that, where we stick it all in a silo and then we get the belt fed system and compact everything and do that just to compare, just for fun. But this is obviously, this is a great method as well. So we're going to stick with this and potentially do that somewhere down the line. But guys, I had a ton of fun today. I hope you did as well. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop me a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing on your farm. And as always, have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.